Shakeel Phinn, all he does is win. Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Damon Okposio. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about February the 9th, what happened at Montreal Casino. Shakeel Phinn was facing an opponent this evening, and I wanted to make my way down to the Montreal card. So before we get to Shakeel Phinn, I'm going to tell you a little story, and maybe there might be a little lesson in there as well too. So a long time ago, I went down to Montreal Casino. Beautiful place. Food was amazing. I took down a photographer, and I took down an interpreter. We went down to cover the fights down there, spoke with the promoter, got the credentials, or at least I thought, and I put my team up in a hotel. So we drove down there, rented a van, so we were all comfortable, drove down to Montreal, rented a hotel room, went to the casino to watch the fights. Get to the fights, and the promoter has the credentials for my photographer, but not for me and my interpreter. They also said that the press conference was going to be in French and English. It was only in French, so thank goodness I brought my interpreter with me, who was phenomenal, by the way. He was worth all the money that I spent on him there, and lo and behold, I had to pay for my ticket and my interpreter's ticket to the fights. Didn't dispute it. Then after, we took, my photographer took some wonderful photos. We put the main event on the next issue of Below the Belt, which was Antonin Dikiri versus Israel Cardona. I believe he fought that day. Oliver Lanchi, Derry Jean were on the card. I did a huge write-up on the show and put the magazine out again at my own expense. And, I didn't feel it was appreciated. So I really was going to go to Montreal. I hadn't had any success in getting in touch with the promoter to see about getting press passes again. And I was maybe this much away from buying a $135 ticket. Then I remembered this when I paid 2 tickets ultimately to cover a fight that I paid to put out there, promoting an event that really didn't give me anything out of it except the satisfaction of promoting the sport of boxing. So, for other promoters out there that might care about getting coverage or ticket sales, if you take care of people, then it's going to make a difference in whether they decide to come out to your shows. And people don't understand that fans come from all over, so it's always the small things, and of course mistakes happen, but you can always still rectify mistakes after the fact. Anyways, enough about that. On to Shakeel Phinn, which is the purpose of this episode. Phenomenal guy. So he's trained by Ian McKillop, who was a very good pro in and of himself, and Shakeel Phinn has been making headway ever since he turned pro back in January of 2015. Now he's also got I believe it's a part ownership in Donnybrook Boxing Gym, and he fought tonight, which I believe is Thursday, February the 9th, and that was at the Montreal Casino. Shakeel Phinn is the current CPBC, which is a Canadian Professional Boxing Council super middleweight champion, and he improved his record to 12-1 with 8 KOs with a 4th round TKO stoppage of Victor Palacios. Victor Palacios is a veteran of 28 fights, so pretty much more than double the amount of professional fight experience than Shakeel Phinn. But Shakeel Phinn, I've had the pleasure of watching him fight live, and it's a credit to him, a credit to his trainer, Ian McKillop. His technique is really good. His boxing IQ is really good. And this is a kid that has world champion potential. And it's going to be exciting continuing to watch Shakeel Phinn. So congratulations, Shakeel Phinn, on the victory tonight. I wish I could have been there. But, you know, old memories, man. They stick with you. Anyways, I'm going to come down to the Donnybrook Boxing Gym at some point and pay you a visit in person on your territory. Great win for Shakeel Phinn moving forward, and he's staying active. This is the first fight for him in 2017, so look out for that name again, Shakeel Phinn. For the rest of the fight card, I'm not going to go in depth about it because I don't know anything about it. Look up Manny Montreal, the Fight City. I believe that he was there at the fights. And Manny Montreal, you can look him up on Facebook. He's got his website, The Fight City. And he's probably going to do an in-depth analysis on the show. And you'll see that either tonight or in the next few days. He's really on top of the fight game, especially for Montreal and Quebec fighters. Thanks for tuning into another episode. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO or through email ocposio@hotmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like. You can subscribe through YouTube, Damon Ocposio, to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I appreciate your viewership, and I'll catch you on the next one.